In this inspiring big talk by Maekyla Massey, you are going to witness what it looks like to be an influencer and an absolute leader at the age of 16. Enjoy this incredible, powerful, and inspiring big talk.
My favorite drug is academic validation. And like any drug, it has its highs and lows. I grew up with a burning desire for academic validation, to the point that it would drive me absolutely insane. It would even make me physically sick. Academic validation refers to the validation that one receives from exceptional academic performance. I felt so validated by the grades I received in school that it became my entire identity. My worth was built upon my academic success. I had convinced myself that nothing else mattered and I was solely a number. In my head, I was just a number, and I had to be a high number or else I wasn't even someone. I wanted my entire existence to be based on my intellect. At the time, I really enjoyed the artificial satisfaction and happiness that came with being a scholarly student. Anytime I would be handed back an assessment with a high score, my veins filled with happiness. Because the numbers I received were so high, I felt like I was at the top of the world. Until one day, all these highs came crashing down, and I was suddenly at an all-time low. I think that sometimes the brightest students have the darkest lives. Like many high school students, I am enrolled in AP or advanced placement courses. And let me tell you, the pressure and expectations of being enrolled in these courses as a teenager in high school are immense. The competition among peers in these classes is suffocating, and everyone wants to prove that they are capable of taking a college class. All of these classes are college courses administered in high schools, and each year there is an AP test in which students are tested on the material learnt in the AP course. And if students perform well, they are granted college credit. The scores are graded on a 5-point scale. A score of 1 means no recommendation, whereas a 5 is very well qualified. Getting a 5 on an AP exam is challenging, and the score distribution per class varies, but only roughly 10% of students get 5s on exams. In 2021, about 2.7 million students sat down to take 4.8 million of the 3-hour-plus exams. I was one of those students. Since my whole life was validated by the grades I received, it was imperative that I got a perfect score. So I did everything I could to know everything about the course. For the whole month before the AP test, my whole life became school and studying. I was consumed whole. I neglected my relationships with friends and family to prioritize my studying. I hardly slept at night because I forced myself to stay awake by sitting at a desk so I could continue to fill my brain with information. I had forgotten to eat properly and stay hydrated. These unhealthy habits created so much stress and anxiety for me, and I suddenly felt nauseous all the time. I was hiding this self-imposed pressure from everyone in my life because I thought that everyone expected only success from me. No one knew about any of this, and I just went about my day. and I didn't ask for help. I was only in my first year of high school, and I became so burnt out because I wanted to prove my intellect. At the time, I thought that all these sacrifices were worth it because I would be filled with satisfaction when I received the score that I longed for. That summer, when I received my score from the College Board, I got a 5. And I thought that a sharp feeling of satisfaction would shoot through my body. I felt nothing. All I felt was regret for the time I wasted pursuing a number that shouldn't have ever had a hold on my life. All of the agony leading up to the examination was never worth it. And I'm not the only one who feels this way. Many overachieving students believe that they are only valued for their academic achievements. When students believe that they only matter for their academic achievements, their whole identity is built upon exceptional grades. And these grades matter, and matter, and matter, until one day they don't. And then there is nothing else to matter because there is nothing left to validate us. It was at this moment that I knew I needed to change. Not only for myself, but for my peers who were also struggling with the lows of academic validation. And this constant dead end led me to a place of discovery. I wanted to explore different interests, so I took time that summer to engage in my community. I no longer needed a grade to validate my life because it was the impact I had on others that validated my life. No longer is my addiction of choice academic validation. Now, my addiction of choice is service. Once I realized that I wasn't just a number, my world opened up to so many different opportunities. I began to explore my interests, and by doing so, I make a difference in my community. I fell in love with public speaking. I delved into my position as a student task force member with Erase Racism, a nonprofit organization based on Long Island that seeks to eliminate racial disparities in both housing and education. Through my membership, I was given the opportunity to address students and educators across the nation at Columbia University Teachers College to discuss school curriculum inclusivity. I will even be returning this summer to plan and speak at the event once again. Who knew that within a year of my new life, I would be selected to give a TEDx talk in the coming months? I began to dedicate my life to public service. I serve as a prosecutor or defense attorney at my county's peer diversion court, where I help teens who were arrested for crimes expunge the crime from their record. I started to work in politics, and I devote much of my time to communicating with voters and encouraging civic participation. And the culmination of all the accomplishments of my improved life was being granted the Youth Leadership Recognition Award by the New York State Senate. Had I continued to be blinded by a number, I would have never been able to impact my community. Discovering my purpose beyond a number is the greatest thing to have ever happened in my life, and without this discovery, I would not be here standing before you today. Students are defined by more than their intellect. Students are defined by their character and the momentum they carry with them throughout their life. I am not a number. I am not my academic accomplishments, and neither are you.
If you enjoyed Maekyla's Big Talk, I would love to hear what your biggest takeaways were in the comments so I can fully celebrate and support you. And if you desire to take a big stage in New York City at my speaker salon, all you have to do is hop on over to thespeakersalon.com and apply to work with me today. And if you love these videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you get access to our most and recent amazing upcoming videos. Your voice matters, and I really want to support you in the comments. So please share your thoughts so I can also share mine. Big love, everybody. Mwah.